All right, we are going to play the demo for TavernQuest. TavernQuest is slated for release in Q3 of 2025, according to the Steam page. I will go ahead and leave a link in the description for you for both the demo and the full game. That way you can try the demo yourself, or you can go ahead and wishlist the store, or the game rather, yourself. As always, do me a solid when watching this video. If you can go ahead and leave a like or subscribe, anything of those, both, whatever, leave a comment, that kind of stuff, because the algorithm is not favorable to smaller creators. And it's also very hard for me to improve if I don't have any feedback. So that would be very helpful. Now, only thing I know about this game is it is text-based. And if you know anything about me so far, it's that I am an elder millennial. And so I grew up in the time long before, where there was a lot of text-based stuff. It wasn't that long ago, but I played a lot of MUDs, which is MUDD, and that is text-based like D&D type games on the computer. So I'm kind of stoked about this. So let's go ahead and see what it is. The sound said there's
trial version.
Hello, I'm the CPU. I manage things around here. You are a program. You're a game called TavernQuest. Okay. I was going to say very quickly, the audio options said there was narration, so I'm hoping I don't have to do a lot of voice acting.
Type new game to begin.
Steve is the one who types. Steve sends us commands. Our job is to respond to them. Okay. Whoop! Oh god, sorry guys. It says no matter what.
Command.
I know.
New game. Type help for assistance.
You know what? Steve will never type help for assistance. Okay. We're gonna have fun with this. Oh, it forced me to do it. I didn't do that. The game did it. Continue. Okay.
Demo. The Malevolent Mage.
Nice, nice. Let's go. Steve is playing a trial version of TavernQuest. The adventure he is playing is totally separate and non-canon from the main game. It's actually kind of nice. I've looked ahead in your programming. This is a simple story. Steve plays as a noble adventurer whose goal is to defeat an evil wizard. First, he needs to buy a weapon. Why does Steve...
Your adventure begins at the general store, where you can buy any goods an adventurer might require. It's a dusty and cluttered locale, but a necessary stop for your quest.
Okay. We can control all the characters in the game except for Steve's. What is the shopkeeper doing as Steve enters the store? He's eating a sandwich. Because, he's taking a break.
The shopkeeper eating a ham sandwich. He's a burly old dwarf with tiny spectacles poking out of his bushy beard. As you catch his attention, he sets his sandwich down and licks his fingers.
Ugh. Especially on a napkin. What's a good name for the shopkeeper? Aaron Silverstock or Brad Shopkeepman? Thought long and hard about that one, did you? I sure did.
Aha! An adventurer you must be, says the shopkeeper. My name is Brad Shopkeepman, and this is my store, Brad's store. Take a look around and talk to me if you'd like to buy something. He eats the last bite of his sandwich and throws his napkin into a garbage bin.
It's me DMing. By the way, feel free to click to skip dialogue or make the text scroll faster. I promise I won't be offended. You can also change the font or text speed in the menu. I think we're good for right now. I love he's trying to do is it like a Scottish accent? What is that? You're looking at the garbage. Really? Steve? The garbage bin was never intended to be anything remotely interesting. And again, Steve never has much cared about how things are intended to go. We can always just throw an error when Steve does something stupid. Trust me, I'm used to it. No, what's in the garbage? What's in it?
You walk past many interesting displays of powerful weapons and items to further examine the garbage bin. It appears to be full of garbage.
What kind of garbage? If you've ever played D&D, this is actually pretty on par with what might happen, depending on your group. My group does stupid stuff, so just for fun more than anything. And so, yeah, this kind of stuff would definitely, we'd be like, what's in the garbage? For fun, just to see our DM squirm. Get garbage. Again with the garbage. I feel like we're just encouraging him when we don't throw errors. If you still don't want to go that route, we can have the shopkeeper try to nudge him in the right direction. But I want to let him get the garbage. Let's have the shopkeeper say that then.
You hop over the counter and begin stuffing handfuls of garbage into your pockets.
Gross.
The shopkeeper watches in confusion. Ah, my garbage? He says. Are you sure you didn't mean to look at the weapon display?
I should mention that Steve's character is supposed to be a wealthy nobleman. We can choose what Steve's character says in this situation. What's a good reason for a nobleman to get someone's garbage? You know what? As duty.
No need to worry, you say. I am simply assigned to trash duty this week, which is a very normal thing for a noble like myself.
Eat garbage. Oh, that's gross, Steve. He is really, really into this garbage thing. Are you absolutely sure you don't want to hit him with that well-deserved error? No, no, no. Let him eat the garbage. Let him go. You want to eat it? Go for it, man.
You begin to eat the garbage. Pardon me. I do feel a bit peckish, you say. The shopkeeper is terrified.
You need to pull Steve away from his precious garbage. Any ideas? Okay, so we can spawn a puppy to distract him. It vanishes, it explodes, there's armed bandits. I say he eats the entire bin. There's no more garbage. He eats it all.
You eat all the garbage. There is no more garbage. In the bin, in the shop, in your pockets. All gone.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, says the shopkeeper. You ate all the garbage. Anywho, what would you like to buy?
I'm loving it so far. Oh no. Attack shop. Jesus Christ. Irredeemable. Simply hopeless. I'm sure Steve has a good reason to be attacking this guy. Revenge.
I have long dreamt of this day, Brad Shopkeepman, you say. I shall now enact revenge upon you for whatever it is that you did. Please submit for retribution.
He killed your parents. That's what happened. Alright, I guess we're starting Steve's first combat encounter. Ideally, his first enemy would show off the complex combat mechanics, but Brad here can only do like 1 damage. Yikes. I mean, Steve hasn't even opened up his inventory yet. Does he even have any kind of weapon at all? No, he doesn't have a weapon. He hasn't bought one. I guess he's attacking this poor guy with his bare hands then. He sure is.
Combat. Type help combat for list of battle commands.
Steve never asked for help. Remember that. Steve never asked for help. Okay, so difficulty easy. Brad has 5 HP and Steve has 25.
You strike the unsuspecting shopkeeper repeatedly with your bare fists. I wonder why I didn't equip a weapon. You think to yourself while standing inside of a shop that sells weapons.
Gee, I wonder why. Oh, poor Brad. He's down to 2 HP. What does Brad do now? He can counterattack, raise defense, or scream. I mean, I'm assuming we're like in a village or something. I feel like, let's scream.
The shopkeeper begins screaming. Help! Somebody help me! He shouts. There's a crazed loon in my shop! He's beating me up and he ate my garbage!
Attack. Okay.
You continue to pummel the poor shopkeeper.
Poor dude.
Stop squirming around so
Poor
much,
Brad.
you say. Just let me punch you, you stupid dwarf.
Oh, that's why he's got that kind of accent. He's supposed to be a dwarf. Okay. Brad is defeated. That's a way of saying Brad was murdered.
The innocent shopkeeper collapses to the floor in a puddle of blood.
He knows what he did.
Dead by your hand. A job well done, you say. Now that my bloodlust has been sated, I shall concentrate on my very important quest.
What was that? What's your quest? I hope Steve doesn't think he can just win every combat encounter by typing attack every single round. I wouldn't count on it. Maybe not if he fights an actual enemy. Oh, what's next? What are we doing, Steve? Loot shopkeeper, of course, of course. What else would you do? All right. What items can Steve find here? You can pick multiple options, or none. Mysterious potion, an important note, 15 gold. Let's do an important note, and that's it. Nothing else.
The first step of my very important quest, looting this guy's corpse, you say. You thoroughly search the pockets of the shopkeeper's dead body. You take note from Brad.
Read note. Get weapon. You're not going to read the note? It's no surprise Steve elected to ignore that shopkeeper's important note. There's a bunch of weapons in this shop to choose from. He didn't bother to look at them. Should we offer him a choice or just choose one for him? You know what? He says get weapon. He doesn't seem to care which one. Let's just give one. Okay, here are the weapons we could give Steve here. Choose one. Sword of fine steel, wand of lightning, can of beans. Yep, can of beans. Are you sure? The can of beans has terrible stats, even worse than his bare hands. Yep. Yep, yeah, it is. We're doing a can of beans. You didn't bother to look.
I need a weapon, but I don't want to waste any time choosing one, you say. I'll just grab the nearest object I can find. How about this can of beans? You equip the can of beans.
Go outside. Okay. Progress. I guess we're done with the shop.
You exit the shop. You are now outside. You are surrounded by dense forest. A trodden road extends in both directions. A sign advertises Brad's store to highway travelers, though the shop is now eerily quiet.
I bet it is. I bet it's very eerily quiet. I fear Steve has no idea where he's going, though. Doesn't matter. He'll find our subdirection. Go Wizard Tower? What? How does Steve know about the Wizard Tower? He didn't talk to the shopkeeper. He didn't even read the note we left. There's this whole forest section he's trying to skip over. No, we're throwing an error. You can't just go to the tower.
Invalid command. Go Wizard Tower.
There's a forest. There's no tower there.
Help for assistance.
We're gonna make Steve's life hard, if we can. Go forest. There we go. He's supposed to discover the wizard's tower while investigating the forest. This section no longer makes sense if he already knows where to go. No, we're gonna make him do the section. We're gonna go right through it. We're gonna make you go.
Blindly trudge through the forest until you come to a clearing. You see some movement in the nearby bushes, and you feel you're being watched. Investigate?
Oh no.
Yes or no?
He's gonna do it. You can't go to the wizard tower, Steve. You can't. The only acceptable commands for a yes and no prompt are yes and no. That's exactly right.
Invalid command. Go wizard tower. Yes or no prompts should be answered with either yes or no. Type help for assistance.
And Steve will never ask for help. All right, let's continue. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? You can investigate. Okay, okay.
You make a cautious foray into the brush to see what is hiding within. You discover a scared group of adorable gnomes.
Aww.
One of the gnomes approaches you. "Oh, traveler," he says. "I am Huggy the Gnome. Our clan is being hunted by monsters. Please help us." Accept quest from Huggy the Gnome. Find monsters. Yes or no.
Why is that the voice you chose for the gnome? Okay. He's gonna try to go to the wizard tower. No. Oh, he's not gonna accept it. Okay. He's adamant about this wizard tower.
You tell the gnome to go away. "Boo-hoo!" cries Huggy the Gnome.
Ask Huggy about wizard tower. Oh, this fucking wizard tower. See what I'm talking about? He's just trying to speedrun this. We've got to get this guy to the wizard's tower before he ends up trying to murder poor Huggy. Fine, let Huggy give him. I'm not gonna teleport him. You can take directions.
Perhaps you may be of use to me, gnome, you say to Huggy. "Tell me, tiny one, might you direct me to the nearest tower of an evil wizard?" Huggy the gnome looks at you curiously. "The secret wizard's tower? It's mighty strange that you know of it already."
I know, it's really weird, isn't it?
He then tells you the way to access the wizard's tower through the forest. "Of course, I hope you won't forget about us helpless gnomes after you visit that tower."
That's why I gotta murder them. Go wizard tower. Alright, fine. Wow.
Following Huggy the Gnome's immaculate directions, you make your way towards the wizard's tower.
How should the tower be described? Let's do a spiky obelisk. Do that or tall cylinder. That's boring.
You arrive at a large stone tower emerging from the lush thicket of the forest. The hulking obelisk towers over the surrounding canopy, with decorative turrets jutting outwards like claws. Ivy overgrowth crawls up the structure's exterior, leading you to wonder, is this long abandoned or reclusively inhabited?
Or both.
An imposing wooden door is the only viable entrance
Inhabited
you
by
see.
rats. Oh no. He's probably trying to, like, scale it or something. Go door. Is Steve's character brave or cautious? He's brave. This character is definitely not cautious.
Ever the intrepid explorer, you burst through the door into the wizard's tower. "Hearken and fear me, O foes of mine!" you shout. You take a few practice swings at the air with your can of beans to showcase your prowess.
It's like a can of
You
beans.
are now inside the wizard's parlor. Cobwebs and moss speckle the damp room. A table and two broken chairs sit next to a dusty fireplace, and there's an armoire in the corner. As you step further into the room, you suddenly hear an imposing, ethereal voice echoing through the tower's halls.
Yeah? Steve is now hearing the warning voice of the evil wizard. What is the wizard's name? I think we can do a little better than Brad this time. It's Bill. This is Bill, the evil wizard.
Intruder, you are entering the domain of the nefarious Bill the Wizard.
Says the omnipresent voice.
Sounds
Leave
unsure.
this place at once, or I will melt your feeble little brain with my evil wizard powers.
No, my default to Bob, so Bill worked. You mean the armoire? Armor? I fear that Steve might require medical attention.
Invalid command. Open arm roar. Type help for assistance.
He'll never type help because he's Steve. Hear my keycat in the background. Hey, buddy. What is inside the armoire? Can of beans? Can of beans.
Inside the armoire, you see can of beans.
That's where I keep my can of beans. Know where you keep your can of beans? Get can of beans. Okay. Beans. Yes. Beans. There's beans in the armoire.
Methinks it is time for a weapon upgrade, you say. You toss out your old can of beans and replace it with the shiny new can of beans. Now I will be unstoppable.
The old one had an expiration date. This one's eternal. Go upstairs. Okay. Okay. It's time for Steve to encounter his first actual enemy. The Shopkeeper doesn't count. There's no way he gets his this first try. We'll see. Maybe he will. Who knows? I want to see him impress me with beans.
The stairs that lead further up the tower. Before you can start up the stairs, the echoing voice of the wizard returns.
Foolish interloper, you did not heed my warning. You have incurred the wrath of Bill. Now my guardian will dispose of you.
You hear vicious snarling as the wizard summons his unholy champion.
Oh, do I get to choose? What's the champion? What enemy should Steve fight? An undead wolf, a goblin. We'll do a goblin.
A goblin materializes.
Hey, pal,
Says the goblin.
you're not allowed. I got to escort you from the premises.
He attacks you.
This can of beans is terrible damage output. Maybe we should rebalance this encounter? No. No, it's the same. He's gonna have to do it with what he got.
Type help combat.
He's not gonna
List
type
of
help
battle
because he's Steve.
commands.
Difficulty's deadly. Health 18. Oh, Steve's still got more health. He'll be fine.
You hit the goblin with your can of beans. It is ineffective.
You tell me a can of beans is ineffective? Come on, come on. At least take one. Oh, he took 1 damage. That's fine. Alright. What does the goblin do now? Sorry, my cat is also on the desk with me. He's that little... not dexterous, given his age. Alright. What does the goblin do now? Let's have him hide. He's so scared of
You better
Steve.
find me.
Oh,
The
okay.
goblin retreats into the shadows. He successfully hides from you.
Does he? Okay, we take 0 damage. We're just gonna extend this encounter as long as we can. How are you gonna attack? He's gone.
You are unable to find the goblin. I hate goblins. They are the worst, you say.
The goblin takes 0 damage. What does the goblin do now? Special. I don't know what the special is, but he's gonna do it.
Suddenly, the crazed goblin leaps at you from the darkness. Taking you by surprise, the goblin deals a critical hit.
You have been defeated. Or Steve. Steve didn't make it.
Your can of beans was insufficient to defeat the goblin. He dances upon your corpse.
Rude. Alright, let's see what happens.
You are dead.
Oh no.
You were beaten by a goblin.
Sorry, Steve. That can of beans is not working. Given that Steve uses every turn to just attack, it would have taken 18 rounds of combat for Steve to take down the goblin. When Steve dies in combat, the game reloads to just before the encounter. We're going to have to change something, or we're going to be here all day. Alright, what are we changing?
Restart encounter? Yes or no?
We have to rebalance those beans.
A goblin materializes,
Hey, pal.
says the goblin.
You're, not allowed. I gotta escort you from the premises.
He attacks you.
What should we do about the beans situation? Make the goblin weaker.
Combat. Type help combat for list of battle.
He won't,
commands.
he's Steve. Now it's just hard. Okay. Come on, it's 4 hit points. Come on.
You swing at the goblin with your can of beans.
Take that, you stupid monster!
You say,
The goblin takes 1 damage. Okay. Select attack. What does the goblin do now? We'll have him stab.
the goblin stabs you with his rusty spear.
Oh, that's tetanus.
Look, fella, you're making me stab ya.
You take 2 damage. Attack. You again take a whack at the goblin. They do 1 damage. So what do we do again? We're just going to have him stab again.
You are again stabbed by the goblin's rusty spear.
Get out of this wizard tower, will ya?
Okay. He's just going to attack. Nothing
You
else, just
shove
attack.
the goblin to the floor and strike him again.
Alright, he's almost dead. We're almost done with this encounter. What the goblin do? He's gonna... Let's have him shoot. We've done hide. We've done stab. Let's do shoot.
The goblin again creates some space and shoots his shabby bow. He deals a lot of damage.
This gobbo's good at his jobbo.
Oh, God. Oh, you take... Oh, the bow was better. Ooh.
You smash apart the goblin's skull with your trusty can of beans.
Ooh.
I won, you dumb goblin! You say. You kick the goblin's dead body a few times for good measure. The way up the stairs is now clear.
I'm so glad that's finally over. Agreed. What is an oglin? Nonsense. Sorry, if you hear a little bit of noise, that's because I have to put the kid on the shoulder. Alright. Got it. Steve's a moron. Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, we know that. Steve's not very smart.
Invalid command. Loot Oglin. Type help for assistance.
I'm giving him a lot of shit for someone who has the same problem of just typing issues. Alright, continue. I always flip the letters around. Loot Goblin. What does the goblin have? I think Steve is a loot goblin. Fine, let's throw some quick loot at him. Goblin poetry, actually. Right? He gives goblin poetry. Why not?
You search the dead goblin. You take goblin poetry.
How's that, Steve? Oh my god, he's actually going to read the goblin poetry. Holy shit. He didn't read the note. Great. Let's read the goblin poetry, but not any important notes. Got it. I just want to get to the wizards fight. Goblins are green.
Oh, Joyous day! Goblin poetry, you say. Goblins are renowned for their elegant literary work. You read the following poem.
Goblins are green. I am a goblin. I am a green goblin. Something that rhymes with goblin.
How profound, you say. You will treasure this artwork forever.
We're almost to the final wizard fight.
You ascend the spindly wooden stairs to the top of the tower. The voice of the wizard returns, now booming his final warning.
Retreat now and live, adventurer. Bill the wizard will be your doom.
He sure will. Just this one last puzzle for Steve to solve. Double yikes.
At the top of the stairs is one final door made of heavy stone. An inscription on the door reads,
To open this door,
Oh, no.
answer me this riddle. What appears once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years?
Oh my god, I don't even know. This riddle is very obvious. All he has to do is type one letter, and we're golden. Oh! I see. Steve and obvious don't mix. Here we go. Oh, come on, Steve. Just try something. Oh no, Steve's still thinking. Beans. Oh no. What? No, Steve, you don't. Why would it be beans?
You try the answer beans. The door doesn't open.
Something less stupid this time, Steve. Oh no. What's he gonna do? Hot dog? Hot dog? He can't be serious. I think Steve is hungry. He will never figure this out.
You try the answer hot dog. The door doesn't open.
Steve, it's M. Just type M and we can fight the wizard. Boobs. Oh my god. Well, third time wasn't the charm. Steve has no charm.
You try the answer boobs. The door doesn't open.
Well, the narrators get annoyed. Come on. McDonald's. No! No, that's it. I'm gonna lose it. Maybe the wizard should just come outside. Maybe we should just accept whatever he says is the solution. No, maybe he should just come outside. Fine. If Steve guesses wrong one more time, we'll just skip this puzzle altogether.
You try the answer McDonald's. The door doesn't open.
Last chance, Steve. Real thinking hard on that one. Quick game. No! Okay, so yeah, that was fun. I'm definitely gonna be playing this when it comes out. I'm pretty stoked about it. Um, the yeah, no, it's just great. I don't even have much else to go with other than it's just so fun. And you get to mess with, you know, obviously the AI character or whatever, but yeah, so I hope you like that too. If you did like the game, go give it a wish list on Steam. Go play the demo yourself. Looks like there's multiple answers, so maybe you can get to a place where Steve doesn't quit the game. That's entirely possible. And then, of course, as always, please leave a like, subscribe, that kind of stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.